Rights of deaf and hard of hearing people in medical settings. If you are deaf or hard of hearing, you have a right to clear, effective communication with your doctor. What is effective communication? Communication that is clear enough to you so you get the same level of services that hearing people get. Clear communication for all important conversations you have at the hospital and with your doctor. Examples of important conversations include talking about your medical history, talking about your choices for treatment, individual or group talk therapy, what will happen to you during a medical test or what you need to do during the test, information that the doctor wants you to remember, like directions about medications, recommendations for what you should do at home after your appointment, evaluations to see if you are stable or agitated, if you might hurt yourself or others. The doctor will check your mental status and then would decide if you need to stay at a mental hospital overnight to keep you safe. Other important conversations to have with your doctor include how often you need to see them, annually, weekly, or monthly, deciding whether you agree to go ahead with your doctor's services, telling about how your medical services will be paid by the insurance company or out of pocket. Doctors may ask for your opinion about what will help to make communication clear. It is important for you to tell them your preference and why that is important for you. The doctors will listen to what you have to say, but they do not always have to use exactly what you ask them to use for clear communication. If they can find another way to communicate with you that you understand clearly, they can use this other way to communicate with you. If you try the doctor's way and it does not work, you should let the doctor know that it is not working, and the doctor must find a way that works for you. Examples of accommodations to make communication more clear: using a hearing interpreter with the doctor, using a deaf and hearing team of interpreters for effective communication, using remote video interpreters, VRI, if an in-person interpreter is not available. If you don't know sign language, you can use Communication Access Real-Time Translation, known as CART, or real-time captioning. When a person uses a special machine to type everything that is said on a computer so you can read what others are saying. Using assistive listening devices, ALD, hearing equipment that makes it easier for you to hear what your doctor is saying. Meeting with you in a room that is quiet or does not have a lot of background noise, like turning off a TV or music in the room. Asking staff to speak slowly and clearly without shouting. If the doctor has a mask on that covers his mouth, you can ask him to remove it until all information is conveyed, so you can understand clearly before proceeding. Doctors must provide interpreters or other ways of making communication clear. But suppose the doctor works alone and really can't afford to pay for interpreters, CART, or ALDs. In a situation like this, the doctor would not be required to do it. If the doctor is in a large practice or hospital, they are required to provide interpreters, CART, or assistive listening devices. If you are enrolled in medical assistance, MA, including Health Choices managed care plans, and your doctor cannot or will not provide a needed interpreter, the medical assistance program or MA managed care plan should pay for the interpreter. What can you do to make sure you have clear communication with your doctors? As soon as your appointment is scheduled, speak right away and tell the doctor's staff what you need to help make communication clear with your doctor, like interpreter services or CART. This will give your doctor time to find what you need for the appointment. Ask for exactly what you need and explain why that accommodation will work best for you. Your doctor will be more likely to give you what you want or need if he or she understands why you need what you say you need. If possible, give contact information for organizations that can send interpreters, captioners, or equipment that can help you communicate clearly with your doctor. Be sure to give the name of the organization, telephone number, or email address. Sometimes doctors do not provide what you need because they don't know where to get it. As it gets closer to your appointment, contact the doctor's office and ask the doctor's staff if the interpreter or captioner will be there, or if they have the equipment that you requested for clear communication with your doctor. If the doctor did not make any plans to have an interpreter, captioner, etc., to make those communications clear, then you can ask that your appointment be postponed or rescheduled to another time as soon as the doctor can make sure they will have what is needed for clear communication during your appointment. If you were to make the decision to postpone, your health care would also be delayed. Doctors may ask if they can use a family member or friend to interpret for you. You can say no. You do have a right to have confidential conversations with your doctor, and you can ask for a certified interpreter. If you want a family member or friend to interpret for you, they can. If you have to wait, tell the staff to come and get you when they are ready for you. Tell them they cannot just call your name because you won't hear them. You can ask them to come over to you and tap you on the shoulder to indicate the doctor is ready to see you. Make sure you understand everything your doctor gives you in writing. If you do not understand, it is your responsibility to inform the doctor you don't understand. Ask them to explain it again or rephrase it in different ways until you fully understand. The first time you meet with your doctor, you need to explain what you need for clear communication for all your future appointments. The doctors won't know this information until you tell them. You can tell them your preferences, whether you want an interpreter, cart, assistive listening devices, writing back and forth, or lip reading. Explain to the doctor that his office would need to make the arrangements, either through the secretary, nurse, or anyone the doctor's office may assign this task to. How will the doctor contact you after you have finished with your appointment? They could either call you, use a video phone, write a letter, email, or fax. If the doctor's office is unable to reach you, who will be the best person for the doctor to talk to about your appointment or medical services? This should all be worked out at your first visit. If you need surgery, testing, or emergency medical treatment, you must inform the doctor of your needs. Let them know if you use hearing aids, cochlear implants, glasses, interpreters, cart services, writing, or lip reading, all before the procedure to make sure they are available for you after the procedure is completed. This way, you will have clear communication during your recovery. If you need surgery, testing, or any other procedures, and the doctor comes in with his or her mask on, it is your responsibility to inform the doctor you do not understand. You can ask them to remove the mask while talking to you so you can understand clearly. In Pennsylvania, interpreters must be certified. As a deaf or hard of hearing person, you may encounter an interpreter who is very skilled and meets your needs for clear communication. You have a right to request that person to interpret for you, but you must first sign a waiver stating that you are willing to accept this interpreter even though they are not certified. As they are interpreting, you realize you do not understand what is being said. You then have the right to change your mind and ask for a certified interpreter. You will have to sign another form. These two forms are found on the internet at the Pennsylvania Office of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, ODHH. Go to the website and you can print out both forms. If you believe you have been discriminated against by a doctor or other healthcare provider, you may file a complaint. If you need more information or need help, please contact the Intake Unit at the Disability Rights Network of Pennsylvania, DRN. Our phone number is 800-692-7443. Another option is TDD at 877-375-7139. Or you can email us at intake@drnpa.org. Website www.drnpa.org. The Disability Rights Network was set up to advance, protect, and advocate for human, civil, and legal rights for people with disabilities who live in Pennsylvania. Since our time and money is limited, the Disability Rights Network cannot help every individual who needs help with advocacy and legal problems. The Disability Rights Network picks the cases that have the best chance to help as many people with disabilities as possible throughout Pennsylvania. While we cannot help everyone, we do want to give everyone information and referral options. Important: these videos are for general information only. Just seeing these videos does not mean that the Disability Rights Network is your lawyer. Please understand, these videos are not the same thing as talking with a lawyer about your specific problem. This project is supported by a grant from the Pennsylvania Developmental Disabilities Council.